Glad to have you with us from Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium in Greenville, North Carolina. Early season momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Appalachian State Mountaineers and the ECU Pirates. Reese Davis along with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. We'll hear from Holly Rowe in a bit down on the sideline. The Pirates will kick off first, and here we go. On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. Gets it out to the 33 before he goes out of bounds. The Mountaineers offense will start this game off with the football. And we'll be seeing plenty of Jakari Lewis. He's coming off a 100-yard game and a couple of touchdowns in their last win. Looking to pass. It's Singleton. He's got it. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Running inside. It's Lewis. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
And the Mountaineers with the 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Lewis. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Gets rid of it. Just got rid of that one.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Allen. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Pirates offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And now here comes Mitch Griffiths, the transfer from Texas Tech. He was sacked 4 times and threw a couple of interceptions last time out. Motion from the wideout. Quick give. It's Gray. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. The Pirates want to move quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to make magic with his feet. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Down he goes. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Burrowing for yardage. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Appalachian State comes out on the field to get the drive started. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Right back to the well. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a 1st down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45.
Here we go. Ready.
The run inside. It's Lewis. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Singleton. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Going to try to get it himself. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
And, man, I absolutely love that from this quarterback. He is not a blazer. He's not going to outrun any defensive backs on the field. But I love when you take the space that a defense gives you. They want to play a certain coverage. They want to leave up all that space open. Nice job taking off, running early in the football game, setting the tone, showing the defense that you're willing to run.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Short pass. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
The Mountaineers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They think there's room to run to the right here. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18.
And I'd love to see this offense be physical like this to finish the first half. Like, you're up by 3, put a good first half together. Going into the half right here, got a chance to make this a 2-score game, and I want to chew a lot of this clock. I don't want to give them a lot, so if we can run the football, be consistent, and add to our lead before the half.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Back to throw, it's Singleton. Looking to the big tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. And the Pirates want to crank the tempo.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that more.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. On play action. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Pirates! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I'll tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. Here's the return from inside his 10. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one as the return is stopped short of the 25. The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance.
Snags it, and he's open. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Rolls right. Lets it fly. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to win the field position with the return. Guys, East Carolina carries the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So first down here as they go back to work. Takes a handoff. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. They bring him down, but this is going to be a tough pill to swallow. That turnover is going to be negated by a penalty on the defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The Pirates will hustle to the line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. And the Pirates are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Push is ahead. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Keep it on the ground. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Singleton. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. Long way to go on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker. The Mountaineers will try to convert on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Second down to the air. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Runs through a man. He might have some space. Touchdown, Purple Pirates! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen.
He's loose on the right. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll ride him again. He's got enough. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Trying to run, it's Lewis. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work in the red zone. Can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, it's Lewis. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And this offense has put a nice drive together. I don't mind the run on 2nd down. We're not in a hurry. We actually want to use a lot of this clock, but more importantly, we want to punch this in the end zone. We want to cut into this lead, gain some momentum. We've struggled this first half, but we can end on a high note.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And this 4th down attempt will go awry as the defense stops it behind the line of scrimmage. They'll run the counter. Driven back.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield just like right there and create a TFL.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. With that penalty, they give this offense a little helping hand. Now it's 2nd and 9. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Turns it upfield. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. The Pirates want to pick up the tempo. From the gun on 3rd down. Just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack, and it'll be 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. From midfield, looking for room. He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. On the move, it's Roberts. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Scanning the field, it's Singleton. On target over the middle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
And the Mountaineers will line it up on 1st and 10. Tells the run, wants to pass. Snags it. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
2nd and long here. Hits inside, it's Lewis. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. They got it blocked just enough and a good gain on that run. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. He will not get there as the defense stops him again. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. The brain trusts getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
He's stuffed, knocked down behind the line of scrimmage on 4th and goal, and they'll have it at the 3.
Now, what a great job by this defense. Never giving up, man. Gave up some yards, get inside their own 1 on 4th and goal. And what did they do a good job of? Getting pushed, man. The big boys getting in the backfield, getting penetration, not letting the hole even open up, and they get the big 4th down stop.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's great. Just tried to barge their way forward out of the gun and still couldn't find any room to run. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Might as well run him again. Turning it on. They'll get him stopped at the 18, and this offense creates a little space for the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Motion from the wide receiver. Gonna run it. It's Allen. Got a little grass. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And the Pirates are in the hurry-up. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Look out! Right side, it's Gray. Could not make his way to the corner. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, try to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Fellas, welcome in to our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. Let's start with Texas, taking on the #1 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Longhorns, with one of the biggest wins in program history, taking down the #1 team in the country. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC. Now over to your game inside Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. This wideout is enjoying a stellar day. 2 of those catches in the first half were 2 of the better grabs I've seen all season. And of course his overall stat line is helping the only stat that really matters, the scoreboard. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. They're been ready to kick off this second half. He'll return it. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Pirates will get things started here on offense. They'll start the third quarter with the run. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Hand off from the shotgun. He's dropped. Ton of ground to cover here on third and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. The Pirates will call on their punt team. On the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Appalachian State comes out onto the field to get the drive started. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Looking downfield, it's Singleton. Finds his target. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Straight ahead, it's Roberts. Tackled almost immediately, not a whole lot on that one.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And the timing just a hair off. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Got out of trouble and throws. Got his man. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. The Mountaineers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Beck's going for the goal line. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
I mean, they didn't reinvent football in this drive. That was really impressive watching them just go down the field methodically, running the football a bunch and finally punching it in. David, we saw the turnovers throwing the ball in the first half. They decided just to come out here in the second half now and just get back to the basics, and it really paid off for them.
I'm about to say, it's more of a necessity, right? Like this offense wasn't really good through the air. What do they do best? Pound the football. And it's not like we're not getting movement up front. This offensive line is doing a good job. And if they want to get back in this football game, you got to like the start right here in this second half. Like early in the second half, showing that you are physical and that you can still run the football even though you're trailing.
From deep, it's Allen. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Hold and finds his man on the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Pirates headed quickly to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They're all over him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Long way to go on second down. 5-29. Running inside. It's Gray.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain its fourth down. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. There he goes! He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. The Pirates have this offense rolling.
Well, going for it and getting it on fourth down, close to midfield, I think just gave this offense a ton of momentum. I'm curious to see what they're going to do here. Maybe take a shot and see if they can really seize and capitalize on all this good mojo now going their way.
After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. That's the sophomore running back they're taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. Second and long here. Got him on the RPO. Oh, he got loose. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. And the Pirates have it with a 1st and 10. Red pass, it's complete. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
It is just impossible to ignore the impact this transfer receiver has had on this offense, guys. Now over 150 yards receiving in this game. And yes, because of him, this offense is going to be good enough, I think, for them to win a conference, maybe reach the college football playoff. But I'll tell you, if I'm the head coach already, if I'm some of these boosters, I'm thinking right now, all right, we got to pay this guy because it's going to be very hard to keep him away from all the Power 4 teams watching him because he is elite.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Will they be able to get that one more yard and stick it in here on third down? He'll try to get to the marker himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, East Carolina.
Well, this guy's dynamic, and he can hurt you in a variety of ways in the option game, and he had a chance that time to pitch it out wide if he wanted to, but he kept it himself. He shows you the wheels, takes it in for the score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's Singleton. Rushes on. He'll try to do it himself.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Quick spin on the run. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Mountaineers in the hurry-up. To the ground, he's got it again. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Left side, it's Villa. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Out wide right, it's Sanchez. That's the end of the period, and East Carolina has the lead. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Quick give. It's Roberts. Taken down.
Nice job by the defense just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
The fake and wants to throw. Right down the middle. Out wide left, it's James. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, App State! Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. Deep in the end zone, it's Allen. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the East Carolina offense out to start the drive. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make it.
Punt, and he's got room. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of... Moving the chains out to the 34. The Pirates come to the line in the hurry-up. He threw a couple of costly interceptions in that loss last week, but a really good job to take care of the football in this one.
And Reese, at that position, you better have a short-term memory, right? Quarterbacks have to forget about it, move on, forget the mistakes. Nice job putting that behind him last week. Coming out today, putting together a great performance for his team.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Wants to throw it. The screen, he's got wheels. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Pirates decide to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. They've got a first down here. Want to start his bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete.
Man, this is really good complimentary football so far. Like, you're down in the 4th quarter. Your defense has to get a stop. They get it, and I love the first play. We continue the momentum. Nice play on first down. Got to put this drive together. Got to get some points.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Sets his feet. It's Singleton. Complete to the left. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, and especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys, and run a counter backside. Beautiful play design. Way to adjust in the second half.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
The run inside. It's Roberts. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Oh, and what a move. What a juke, and he makes it past the marker.
Man, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm, the passing game looking good.
I love the play call running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely.
Touchdown, Mountaineers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The extra point here would tie the game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Allen. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. From the gun, it's Allen. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. The Pirates moving quickly to the line. Back to pass on second down. The quick out. Powers through. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. And the Pirates come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Hand it to the back. Just smothered on the play. They'll need a bunch on second down.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They'll move the tight end. Plows his way ahead. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Pirates will punt this one away. And leg is staying loose, already the fifth kick of the night. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Hits inside, it's Lewis. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They give it to him again. Crosses the 35. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. On the ground, it's Webb. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. Trying to squeak through the pile. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
The most important thing running the ball there on 4th down is you get the first, the game clock stops for a second. You still have 1 timeout in your back pocket that you've got to be able to use here, trailing late to win this game.
Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Trying to establish the run. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Sells the run, looking to pass.
And this offense has got to get somewhere. Man, that's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. And guys, that completion might have helped the old confidence, but it didn't help the down and distance. 2nd and 10 here. On the move. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. the pocket. It's Singleton. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He's going for it all. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
First play of the first possession of OT. First play of this drive. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
He'll keep it on 2nd down. Play is stopped for just a second as they tend to the injured Mountaineer. And it's their freshman defensive back who's down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Delayed handoff. It's Allen. Breaks into the open. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. And the Pirates come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tough run here. It's Allen. Finding some room. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. 1st and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, ECU! They jump on top here in OT.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Dropping back, it's Singleton. Moves to his right. He'll pull it down and run. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got 2 quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough, and you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever defense figures out the other running quarterback first, that's probably the team that wins.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Touchdown, App State. They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
They need this extra point to send it to double overtime. And the point after is good. We play on first down here in the second overtime period. Give to the back. They put the brakes on him.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Back's got it on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And that's not a surprise play call for this offense. A lot of times, man, after a tackle for a loss or a play that goes behind the line of scrimmage, they want to get those chunky yards back. They want to get back to third and manageable. They dial up the screen. They get some positive yards. Now put themselves in a position to be more successful.
If he runs this back, this game's over. Open spaces. The 50. He's at the 40. At the 20. That'll do it. A pick six for victory. The interception to win it in overtime. The drama built throughout this game, memorable plays, and then finally the gut-wrenching loss at the end in overtime.
This coaching staff is going to look back at the overtime, and they're going to wish they had called some different plays. They had some things set up, but ultimately, with games like this, they come down to the wire. You got to be able to dial up plays to win. I don't think this coaching staff did a great job.
And it's so frustrating to get to this point and make enough plays to be in the game, to come up short in overtime. I'd almost rather get blown out or this game decided in regulation. Just very frustrating to lose a game, especially like this in OT.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.